I'm K. Annie Vijeta, working as Assistant Professor on Contract in Center for Pharmaceutical Sciences, IST, JNTUH. I'm going to discuss about Pulsincap technology, a chronopharmacotherapy. The contents I'm going to discuss are Introduction to Pulsatile Drug Delivery Systems, what is circadian rhythm, Pulsincap technology, its advantages and limitations, and release profile of pulsatile drug delivery systems and mechanism of Pulsincap technology. So we are going to discuss pulsatile drug delivery system. So here, pulsatile drug delivery system is a chronopharmacotherapy. Chrono is time. So when the drug is required for the body, in which time period of TTE the drug is required for the body, the drug will be released in that period in a particular place. And here it is pulsatile drug delivery system follows circadian rhythm of the body and it delivers the drug in a right place, in a right time, in a right dose. So before discussing this pulsatile drug delivery systems, the important term to be known are chronobiology, circadian rhythm, biological clock, and chronopharmaceutics. So here chronobiology is study of biological rhythms. Rhythm is sequence of events occurring. So here sequence of events occurring in the biological system. So we have different biological rhythms. Ultradian, it is less than 24 hours, like cardiac rhythm and micturition, blinking of eyes. Okay, these all are ultradian, which takes place lesser than 24 hours. And circadian is it is a 24-hour life cycle where what are the different physical, mental, and behavioral changes that are going on in 24-hour cycle. Okay, that is circadian. And infradian is more than 24 hours. Okay, so here examples like menstrual cycle and circannular. Circannular is approximately a year. It is like in humans and other mammals, reproduction and migration of in birds, migration of birds from one place to other. Okay, these are circannual rhythms. So regular sequential events which are taking place on a cycle in different organisms. And these rhythms are series of biological rhythms maintained by internal clock. So all these rhythms are maintained by the internal clock. And internal clock is nothing but the biological clock. So biological clocks are organisms natural dividers which regulate the cycle of this rhythms. Okay, and if it is a circadian rhythm, it regulates for 24-hour period. Okay, so how these are maintained is like these biological clocks are composed of specific molecules. These specific molecules may be hormones, proteins, enzymes, etc. Okay, so every tissue and organ contain this biological clocks. Okay, so here the main body's internal clock is pineal gland, which regulates the body's circadian rhythm. And next coming to chronopharmaceutics. So chronopharmaceutics is it is a field of therapeutics. Okay, and here we'll design the drug transport device in such a way that the drug will release at the rhythm based on the requirement for the disease therapy. Okay, so the drug will be released at a particular site in a particular time at a particular dose. Okay, so when it is required for the body, the drug will be released at that time. Like we'll design the dosage form in such a way. So we'll go in detail about circadian rhythm. We know that circadian rhythm is 24-hour cycle in physiological process in living beings. Okay, and it is a built-in mechanism, but it can be affected by external stimuli. So here, mm, when light is taken up by the retina, okay, the ganglionic cells of retina will uh, take the light, okay, it contain a photopigment called melanopsin, okay, it receives the light and transmits the light to the suprachiasmatic nuclei, pair of cells which are present in the hypothalamus, okay, it receives this and this will be uh, transmitted to the pineal gland, okay, and here, so when it is transmitted to the pineal gland, when light is focused, melatonin is not released, okay, when light is present, melatonin is absent, there is no secretion of melatonin. When light is like absent is when there is darkness, okay, in dark melatonin is secreted. Okay, when light is present, there is absence of melatonin, means there is no secretion of melatonin from the pineal gland. When there is absence of light, there is secretion of melatonin from the pineal gland. Okay, so melatonin is secreted when there is darkness. So in humans, suprachiasmatic nuclei, a pair of cells are present in the hypothalamus region. Okay, when light like when light is received by the ganglionic cells of retina, okay, it transmits the light to the suprachiasmatic nuclei through retinohypothalamic tract, okay, and this information is taken by the pineal gland. Then there is no melatonin secretion from the pineal gland. But when there is light, when there is no light, then the pineal gland will secrete melatonin, and this pineal gland is located in the epithalamus region, and this is the main this is the gland which secretes a hormone melatonin, which regulates sleep and wake pattern. This is the structure of the melatonin. Okay, next coming to Pulsincap system. So this is one of the pulsatile drug delivery system, and here that from this Pulsincap system, the drug will be rapidly released after a predetermined interval of time. Okay, this predetermined off release period is nothing but the lag period. So during this time, there is no release from the dosage form. There is no release of the drug from the dosage form. After this lag period, the drug will be released from the dosage form. We'll design the dosage form in such a manner that for a period of time, for a period of time, okay, that may be based on the different diseases, and we'll design the lag time. Okay, and here after this period, the drug will be released out of the dosage form or the drug delivery device. So these are intelligent drug delivery systems or smart drug delivery systems which are capable of adjusting the drug release rate in response to the physiological need. So when the drug will be needed by the body, then the drug will be released out of the device. We'll design the dosage form in such way. So here the system delivers the drugs at right time, right place, and right quantity. And these are the components of the pulsatile drug delivery system. So the outer yellow color layer is water insoluble body. The yellow layer is water insoluble body. It won't be solubilized in GI fluids. And this inside violet color contain drug formulation, and the light blue layer, okay, the cap, light blue cap is water soluble cap. It dissolves in the GI fluids, and The above green layer is water insoluble film coat, acid insoluble film coat. This acid insoluble film coat will not get solubilized in the gastric environment. Okay, that is in stomach pH, it won't be solubilized. Okay, when it enters into the basic pH, that is intestinal pH, it starts solubilizing. And this blue one is the hydrogel plug. The thickness of this plug depends on the lag time we want to maintain. Okay, as the thickness of the plug increases, the lag time increases. This is the Pulsincap system. And we'll see the mechanism of Pulsincap system. So, when this Pulsincap system, nothing but a capsule, is administered orally, okay, after oral administration, it reaches the stomach. In the stomach, there is no change in this Pulsincap system. Nothing is going to degrade in the stomach, okay, or solubilize in the stomach, because the body is made up of water insoluble polymer. This water insoluble polymer will not get dissolved in the GI fluids, and the cap is coated with acid insoluble film coat. This acid insoluble film coat will not get dissolved in the stomach because the pH of the stomach is acidic in nature. So the polymer is acid insoluble. So this polymer will not get dissolved. So this will be as same, and when it enters into the intestine, then see here in the intestine. This is the intestine. What is happening in the intestine? So in the intestine, the acid insoluble coat dissolved in intestinal juice. In the basic pH environment, the acid insoluble coat dissolved. After the acid insoluble coat dissolved, water soluble cap dissolved in the intestinal juice. Okay. Next, the hydrogel plug start swelling in the intestinal juice. Okay. And after this swelling to a particular extent, then the hydrogel plug, swollen plug is flushed out. Then the drug is released into the small intestine or the colon. It will depend on the lag time maintained. This is the mechanism of Pulsincap system. And this is a release profile of pulsatile drug delivery and other formulations. See here, the red one is conventional formulation. The plasma drug concentration time profile of conventional formulation, the red line. After administration, the drug is releasing from the dosage form and the concentration of drug in plasma is increasing up to Cmax. Then elimination starts and the concentration will decline in plasma. And the blue line is for control release formulation. The drug will slowly release from the system, and at a particular time it will maintain a steady state concentration for a certain period of time. And the green one is a pulsatile drug delivery system. After administration, there is no release of drug for a certain period. So here at 6 hour, the drug is releasing. So the 0 to 6 hour is lag time. So for here the formulation is having 6 hours lag time. After the 6 hours period, the drug is released. Okay, rapid and transient drug is released from the dosage form. Okay, the pulsatile drug delivery system maintain a predetermined off release period. After this off release period, the drug will be released out. So these are the advantages of pulsatile drug delivery systems. By pulsatile drug delivery systems, we can avoid hepatic metabolism. because when the drug is released in the stomach, there is a large portal vein just beside the stomach. So here this portal vein, the drug will be entered into this portal vein and it is carried to the liver. So when the drug is not released in the stomach, there is no uptake by the portal vein and avoidance of undesirable side effects like gastric irritation, or if the drug is degraded in the stomach. Okay, so this also can be avoided because it won't be released in the stomach. And reduced dose, because the drug is released at a right place in a right time and in a right amount. So there is no release of drug where the drug is not required. So the dose can be reduced because it is released at a right place and improved patient compliance, and there is no risk of dose dumping, improved bioavailability and tolerability. As the dose is reduced, tolerability is also good and reduced side effects. And next, coming to limitations of pulsatile delivery systems, large number of process variables are present because there are large number of components like we need acid insoluble cap and water insoluble body and plug. Okay, there are large number of components, so multiple formulation steps are required, and the cost of production will be higher, and we need advanced technology. And here, trained and skilled personnel are needed for manufacturing of this dosage devices. These are the physiological changes which are taking place in 24-hour cycle, that is circadian rhythm. So we'll see from the 24th hour at night 12. So night 12, peptic ulcer exacerbation is seen at night 12. So acid secretion will be higher at night 12. And cardiovascular diseases like angina, acute myocardial infarction, sudden cardiac death, and thrombin strokes are these diseases mostly occur approximately around 3 o'clock, 3 a.m. And asthmatic attacks are most frequently seen at 4 a.m. And the body temperature is lowest at 4:30 a.m. and highest at evening 7, that is 19th hour. And there is sharpest rise in blood pressure just after waking up at 6:45, and the blood pressure is highest in the evening at 6:30. Melatonin secretion stops at 7:30, and it will be peak up to 3 to 4 a.m. and it stops at 7:30. Again, melatonin secretion will start at 21 hour, that is 9 p.m. Testosterone levels are highest at 8:30 a.m. and there is high bowel movement at 9:30 a.m. and bowel movement is suppressed after 10:30 p.m. That is 22:30, and high alertness is seen at around 10 a.m. Alertness will be higher. It starts at 10 a.m. and greatest cardiovascular efficiency and muscle strength at evening 5:30 p.m. That is 17:30. Okay, these are various physiological changes which are taking place in our body 24-hour cycle. Diseases that require chronopharmacotherapy. So the diseases which follow circadian rhythm will require chronopharmacotherapy. So here, chronological behavior. We have seen in the last slide, like at night 12, peptic ulcer exacerbation is seen. So acid secretion will be high in the night as well as in the afternoon. So we need the drug to be available in the stomach at this time. So what are the drugs taken for this peptic ulcers? H2 blockers, and this will design the dosage form in such a way that the drug will be available in the site at this time. And uh, asthmatic attacks. Asthmatic attacks are mostly seen in early mornings or uh, at nearly 4 a.m. around 4 a.m. So what are the drugs needed? A beta 2 agonist and antihistamines. Okay, so here this can reduce the bronchoconstriction, and it will help to relieve from the symptoms of asthma. And the other diseases like atherosclerosis, angina, and other cardiovascular diseases. Okay, the therapy is required in early in the morning because mostly this occurs in the early morning around 3 a.m. The platelet availability is increased, fibrinolytic activity is decreased in the early morning, leading to coagulability of the blood. So thrombin attacks and heart strokes are mostly seen during this time. So the drug is needed at around 3 a.m. So for the drug to release at around 3 a.m., we have to design the dosage form such that there is a lag time of nearly 4 to 4.5 hours. Okay, then the drug should be released from the dosage form, because when the person is going for sleep at 10 p.m., he takes the medication, and the attacks is mostly around 3 a.m. So there is a time gap of nearly 5 hours. At least we have to maintain 4 to 4.5 hours of off release period. So after this off release period, the drug should be released out of the dosage form. So based on the thickness of the plug and based on the what like the code which we are giving around the formulation depends for the drug to be released out of the dosage form. And the drugs which are given for this are HMG-CoA reductase inhibitors, and so angina nitroglycerin, calcium channel blockers, ACE inhibitors, etc. And for arthritis, the pain is more in the morning. Okay, so the drug given for this should be available during this time, like NSAIDs, glucocorticoids, etc. And some other diseases like hypertension. There is a sharp peak rise in the hypertension after wake up. Okay, like at around the 6:45. So the medication to be available during this time. So the release of this medication from the dosage form should be designed such that it will be available as per the circadian rhythm of the body. So why we are going for pulsatile drug delivery systems? One reason is most we have many drug delivery systems like parenteral drug delivery, topical, transdermal, oral. But oral drug delivery is the mostly preferred route of drug delivery because due to ease of administration, patient compliance, flexibility in its formulations. Okay, we have sustained and controlled release formulations to provide desired therapeutic effect, but uh, for the diseases which follow biological rhythms, pulsatile drug delivery is the best one because there is no need of the uh, uh, drug during some period of the time. Okay, we need the drug in a right time. We don't need the drug release at constant at a continuous flow of time. We just need the drug when it is required. So for those diseases which follow biological rhythms or circadian rhythms, pulsatile drug delivery system is best suitable. And here It offers a solution for delivery of drugs which exhibiting chronopharmacological behavior, and the drugs which are undergoing high first pass metabolism. And when there is necessity of nighttime dosing, the person can't wake up in the mid of the night and can't take the medication. So for the nighttime dosing, uh, postal drug delivery systems are the best. And absorption window is in GIT. For the drug, if the absorption window if the is in colon or in the last parts of the GIT, then this pulsatile drug delivery system will deliver the drug to that side after the lag time. So it is best suited for the drugs where the absorption window is in GIT. So the carriers, if the carriers are in GIT, then this is the best suited one. And pulsatile drug delivery system is a one system which delivers the drug at right time, right place, in a right amount, and holds good promise of benefits to patients who are suffering with peptic ulcers, asthma, cardiovascular diseases, arthritis, hypercholesteremia, etc. These are the differences. Thank you.